it was a game to forget for Bremen, and hopefully they can kind of maybe just just regroup and hopefully salvage something from the season, because I've seen a lot of Bremen fans online. There's quite a few of them we work with, and a lot of them just are not happy with Ole Werner. A lot of them weren't entirely happy with him when they were playing well, because the way that he didn't give game time to young players and things like that. He's quite stubborn with his choices of who to play. It'll be really interesting to see what they do going forward, because they've got Wolfsburg next, then Leverkusen, then Gladbach in the Bundesliga. So I think Werner's in for probably a very tricky March. It's not your dad's Werder Bremen side, It's a team that has had to go through the ringer of relegation and more or less rebuild itself from the ground up. But it still obviously has a very, very strong fan base that remembers challenging for Bundesliga titles, remembers playing in Europe, remembers having top-class players. But just to kind of put it into perspective, this is a club that spent €7 million in the transfer window this season, and I've actually got in front of me the value or the cost of the squad based on transfer fees. This squad cost €32 million. That's it. That's the total price. And it's actually the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th cheapest squad in the Bundesliga this season. So it's below Augsburg, it's below Union Berlin, it's below Freiburg, below Gladbach, Hoffenheim, clubs like that. Only just above Mainz. Now, of course, Mainz are doing very well, so fair play to them. But Mainz are the only team that you would consider like a regular Bundesliga side that have a cheaper squad than Werder Bremen. Below that is Kiel, is Heidenheim, is St. Pauli, and is Bochum. So we're talking about a club here that, yes, historically speaking, are a big club in German football, but financially speaking, are still probably in the 5th or 6th bottom when it comes to budgets. And to say that, last season they finished with 42 points, and they're sitting on 30. They might not get to 42, but they'll probably get somewhere thereabouts. They'll probably pick up maybe like another 7-8 points before the end of the season. And I think that's good enough, And as you said, they're not going to get relegated. And it's just, and that, unfortunately, fans might not be happy about that, but that's just the reality of it. And yeah, maybe that doesn't really matter a night like tonight where they should have beaten Bielefeld. Obviously they should be in Bielefeld, and that's on Ole Werner and those players. As you said, maybe you just have to kind of, when there's kind of calls for maybe Werner to be sacked, which I honestly think some Bremen fans wouldn't be against, I think you do have to kind of take all that into consideration. Maybe calmer heads should prevail. They'll carry on, they'll finish relatively safe in the Bundesliga, and it's another season of the bills being paid, and they can just move on from there.